Hello and welcome to Scrapbook and Cards Today here on YouTube. I'm Mirisha. Thank you for joining me. I'm so excited to share this adorable Christmas card featuring a classic holiday duo, Mickey and Minnie. Today, I'll walk you through how I created this festive background, added shimmer, and built this fun dimensional scene. So let's go ahead and get started. To begin, I brought in a white cardstock panel, which is from Spellbinders, along with Distress Oxides Mermaid Lagoon. With a blending brush, I applied the oxide to the top half of the panel. For the bottom half of the panel, I switched and used tumbled glass. I love using Distress Oxides to create my card projects, but you can feel free to switch up and use ink instead. Here's a quick tip. When I'm ink blending, I like to add a small piece of mint tape to the tips of my fingers. It helps prevent fingerprints on my background and keeps those soft oxide blends looking clean and smooth. Here's the final result of the background panel. This combination reminds me of a frosty winter sky, soft, cool, and dreamy. Next, I'll bring in Simon Hurley's 3D embossing folder. This is called Sparkling Snow, and I'll place my panel inside of the embossing folder. I then ran it through my die cutting machine, and look at that. Instant texture. The raised snowflakes add so much winter charm and make the background feel alive. Now we can stop right here and finish creating our card project, but I want to take it up a notch. So I lightly spritzed water across the embossed panel and then dabbed it with a paper towel. I'll then lift the paper towel, removing the excess water. This lifts bits of ink and creates a soft, speckled texture like snow flurries in the sky. Look at that. Now we can stop right here, but guess what? We're going to keep going. So next, to add some shimmer, I brought in Distress Spritz Hickory Smoke. I added a few sprays of the spritz on the panel, and it created a gorgeous metallic sheen. I can't wait to show you the final result. Then I used my heat tool to dry the panel quickly. Stay tuned. I can't wait to show you the final result. Next up, I brought in the die cuts from the Steamboat Willie die set and the Classic Mouse embellishment dies, both from Spellbinders. I love this set. It is so adorable. It is so cute. This set includes the dies that will allow you to create Mickey and Minnie. It also includes their accessories like the shoes, the pants, little hat. Their tails too. Oh my goodness, their tails are so adorable. Now, in the Classic Mouse Christmas embellishments die set, this includes 15 cutting dies that you can accessorize Mickey and Minnie for the holidays. You'll find the candy cane dies, scarf, hat, mistletoe, the holly, and a little ornament as well. This die set is packed with everything you need to create your holiday projects. I used Spellbinders cardstock to die cut all of the elements to assemble Mickey and Minnie. And for the trim on the Santa hat, I used Spellbinders glitter foam sheet. I had so much fun assembling these adorable characters. The more I pieced them together, the more they came to life. I used my wax tool to pick up and position the tiny die cut pieces, which made the process so much easier for me to assemble. If you do not have a wax tool, that is perfectly fine. You can use a fine tip glue pen and tweezers. Start with your base and then your larger pieces first, then build up your smaller details like the scarves, shoes, and hats. For the gloves, I used the hand die to die cut from white cardstock and then cut the hands and then adhered them to Mickey and Minnie. And look at that. Look at how cute they are. Oh my goodness, friends. This is so precious, so adorable. Here's another fun tip. Lightly blend a touch of ink around the edges of the die cuts. It'll add soft shadows and will help bring the characters to life. Here's a look at the dried background panel. Look at that shimmer and just the way it shines when the light touches it, when you tilt it to the side. Oh, it turned out so gorgeous. I love adding frames to my projects. It's just something about a frame and a mat that to me it completes my projects. So for this project, I am creating a frame that creates that wow factor for this project. I will first adhere the metallic frame die cut to the panel. And the top frame I die cut from fog cardstock from Spellbinders as well. And as you see, I'm going to give you options. I love giving options. So you can either adhere the fog die cut to the back of your panel. As you see, it gives one look. Or you can move it to the front, which gives a totally different look to your project. And I just love this. Once I finished adhering the frame to the front of the panel, I will then move on to the next step. This project would not be complete without a wreath. So I used the Classic Mouse wreath die and I die cut and assembled the wreath off camera. Again, you can shade the edges with a slightly darker green ink to give it depth, and you can also do the same with the bow. This die set is 14 pieces and it will allow you to mix and match to create the wreath of your choice. Dies include bows, Christmas lights, Christmas ornaments, so many fun elements in this die set. And it also includes 2 sentiments, Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas. Now it's time to assemble the card. The card base is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch top folding white card base. The cardstock is from Spellbinders. I will first position Mickey and Minnie near the bottom of the card front. Once I'm done positioning them, I'll then position the wreath. I then added foam tape to the back of each die cut to give them a lift. Dimension is what really makes this card come alive. I then attached the wreath just above them using the same foam tape for consistency. Don't be afraid to let some of your die cuts hang slightly off of the edge of your card. It adds movement and gives your design a more natural storybook feel. I love how it breaks up the straight lines and makes the scene feel more playful and alive. Remember, your cards don't have to stay perfectly inside the frame. Sometimes the best designs stretch just beyond it. Finally, I attached the finished panel to my card base, and that completes this card project. And just like that, friends, this card project is complete. I love how all the layers, shimmer, and textures come together, from the frosty background to the holographic frame and the joyful little details. It's festive, nostalgic, and full of holiday cheer. This card truly reminds me why I love creating. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is my hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and that it inspires you to try something similar for your own holiday cards this season. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on fun, crafty tutorials. I am sending you love and hugs. Until next time, please take care.